All right, let's talk about a shift that's about to completely change how we think about the web. It's called AI agent optimization. And I know what you're thinking, another acronym, another SEO trend, but this is different. We're really talking about the next fundamental layer of the internet.
So you've put in all the work, right? Your website has clean code, it's got structured data, AIs can read your content no problem. And that's fantastic, but the goalposts are moving. The real question, the one that's going to matter from here on out, is this: is your website actionable? You see, up until now, the big win was getting an AI to cite your page as a source of information. That was the old game. The future? It's all about having an AI actually use your page to get something done. We're moving from the AI as a sort of research librarian to the AI as an executive assistant, one that doesn't just find information but takes direct action.
So, how in the world do we make that happen? Well, it all starts with the first of three layers we're going to talk about: the action layer. This is the part where we stop just handing AI information and we start giving them actual tools to work with. And the main tool here: APIs.
This really gets to the heart of what's changing. Think about it. An AI agent working for someone doesn't just want to do research for fun. If a user has a flooded basement, their AI agent isn't searching for a blog post about water damage, it's trying to book a plumber, like right now.
And that means our websites now need to be bilingual. You've got your beautiful human-facing HTML pages designed to persuade a person. But on the other side, you need a clean, machine-readable API endpoint just for AI agents to talk to. One is for people, the other is for programs. And this is what that conversation actually looks like. Instead of trying to read a bunch of text, the agent just sends this super clean, structured request straight to your API. Look how simple it is. The service needed is water damage. Here's the zip code, and here's the contact info. It's direct, it's precise, and it's incredibly efficient. And in return, your website's API sends back an equally clean response. Boom. Status, request received. Here's your tracking ID. And you get a clear message setting the expectation. This is the kind of frictionless transaction that AI agents are built for. They will always prefer a site that can do this over one that can't. Okay, an API is powerful, but it also brings up a pretty big question: control. I mean, how do we manage what these AI agents are doing on our site? That brings us to our second layer, the control layer, which is built around an emerging standard called ai.txt. If you're familiar with robots.txt, then you're going to get this right away. Think of ai.txt as its much smarter successor. It's just a simple text file that lives in your website's root directory, and its entire job is to give AI models really specific, granular permissions for what they can and can't do with your content. And the difference is so simple, but it's huge. Robots.txt tells a web crawler where it can go on your site, which pages it can visit. ai.txt tells an AI agent what it can do with your content once it gets there. The whole focus shifts from simple navigation to permissioned actions. And these are the kinds of critical questions it answers. As the owner of the site, you get to be the boss. Do you want your proprietary data used to train some other company's AI model? Probably not, so you can disallow it. Do you want your blog posts to be cited and summarized? Absolutely, so you can allow it. This puts the control right back in the hands of the creator. And here's a quick look at what this file might actually look like. You can set a general rule for all agents. That's what the little asterisk means, saying, no, you can't use my stuff for training. But then you can add a specific rule for a bot you trust, like Perplexity Bot, and give it full access. See? Simple, readable, and really powerful. So we've got action and we've got control, but there's one last crucial piece to this puzzle. In a world that's about to be flooded with AI-generated content, how does an AI know who to actually trust? This brings us to our third and final layer, the trust layer, and it's all about sending clear signals of human authority and freshness. This quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. AI models hate being wrong. To avoid making stuff up, what we call hallucinations, they are literally desperately searching for any sign of reliable, verifiable, human-backed information. Our job is to make those signals impossible to miss. So how do we do that? It comes down to two key signals. First up is linked authorship. This is about more than just putting a name on a blog post. It means using structured data to connect that author to their real-world profiles on places like LinkedIn. You're proving they're a real expert. Second is provable freshness. This one's simple but so important. The last updated date a person sees on the page has to exactly match the last mod date a machine sees in your sitemap. That consistency is a massive signal of trust.
So when you put these three layers together, action, control, and trust, you start to see this profound transformation taking shape. Your website stops being just a destination, just a collection of pages. It starts becoming something much, much more powerful.
And this really is the whole shebang. We are moving away from a web of passive libraries, just pages sitting there waiting to be read, and toward a web of active, trusted, and controllable tools that AI agents can literally plug into to get real things done in the real world. Look, the age of agents isn't some far-off future thing, it's already here. And that leaves every single one of us with a really critical question to ask about our own websites. Is your site ready to stop being just a document and start being a tool?